It's a distinctive relic of Toronto's past, but what does the future hold for this heritage building? I'm Natividad in Liberty Village. Tonight, a CityNews investigation. This was once a former prison chapel, a Roman Catholic prison chapel, built by inmates of the Toronto Central Prison in the 1870s. But for decades, it has been left vacant and slowly decaying. Well, now many are wondering why this building has been left derelict for so long when the area around it desperately needs community space. They're also wondering if there's a possibility that this link to Liberty Village's past could be demolished altogether.
I think it's sad. I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings in Liberty Village. It's one of the reasons we moved here.
Actually, my balcony overlooks it. And so I've stared at it many times and wondered why more's not happening there.
Part of the reason things are moving so slowly is because of who's actually responsible for the building. The City of Toronto owns it, but it's been subleased to Pegasus Group, a private company that owns and operates a number of restaurants, including the Fox and Fiddle and Miller Tavern. The lease was granted back when Liberty Village was first being developed. Under the agreement, Pegasus would pay a mere $1 for 99 years, with the commitment to refurbish the aging structure.
They wanted to see something happen. They wanted to save the building, really. So they thought that the private sector could leverage the funding to do it. Well, now Liberty Village has grown up around us, and nothing's happened with this particular building.
Pegasus President Terry Ciano says the plan is and has always been to convert the space into a restaurant. But after many years, still no progress. Cianos admits just bringing the crumbling building up to standard is costly.
It's going to be expensive. It's going to be well over $5 million. It's got nothing inside right now. There's nothing. There's no plumbing, electrical. The floors have to be redone. It needs a lot of structural work.
Within the last year, the city looked into an opportunity to save the building as part of park revitalization efforts. Currently, it stands square in Liberty Village Park.
The city was looking at maybe taking over the property. So we spent some time negotiating that. That didn't work out.
Though Pegasus paid just $1 for the 99-year lease, Leighton says at this point the cost of breaking that lease would be enormously expensive.
But unfortunately, things haven't gone well. The city won't spend over what the fair market value is, and I think that's a good thing. Personally, I don't want to keep seeing the building deteriorate right before our eyes, which is what we're witnessing.
Now, as for where things are going from here, Pegasus currently has drawings submitted to the city and are waiting for approval. You can also see from the sign here that they're also exploring the option of subleasing the property out to a third party. But while these discussions take place, this building does continue to sit and decay. Coming up, we speak to Heritage Toronto, who tell us why there's still a risk of losing this building despite the fact that it's protected. American Natividad in Liberty Village. Tonight in a CityNews investigation, we've been taking a closer look at this historic building and the fate of this heritage building. Now, this was once a Roman Catholic prison chapel. It was built by inmates at the Toronto Central Prison in the 1870s, but for decades, it has been left to slowly deteriorate. It's been vacant in an area that desperately needs community space. Now, it is protected because it is a heritage building, so it technically means that it can't be demolished. But we did speak to Heritage Toronto, who say there's a loophole to that, which means that even though it's protected, Liberty Village could lose this link to its storied past.
What I would call endangered heritage, because the longer we wait, the easier the argument will be made that it may need to be demolished. There's questions of safety, so if that becomes an issue, then there could be ground for demolition, but that's because it's been left to decay for so long.
The structure has been subleased to Pegasus Group for a mere $1 for 99 years. But Pegasus President Terry Cianos tells CityNews that there is still some urgency on their part to getting something done. He predicts construction will begin in the next few years.
So now we're just waiting for them to finalize all our drawings. And we're either going to move forward and build something ourselves or lease it out to a third party.
Now, City Councillor Mike Leighton says there is still one more opportunity for the city to intercede. So if Pegasus does not do something with this building in the coming years, they could look into the opportunity to cancel the lease because Pegasus would be in breach of that. But he says that that opportunity would not present itself for a long time.